guys. Hello, hello, hello. You guys, my dogs are at the door. Can you hear them? Give me a second. Give me a. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. The dog was trying to get in. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. You guys let me know if you guys can hear me okay, see me okay, all of that stuff. How's everyone doing today? Today is February 6th, and we have breaking news today. And I just want you guys to know if I seem a little all over the place, just know that this is off the cuff, and I am just so shocked by today's information. Now, I originally did have a Lindsay Clancy case discussion scheduled for today, but this case right here, this is a case, Tristan Bailey's case, that we covered intensely here, and this is really breaking news. So I did switch Lindsay's case for tomorrow, which kind of fits better because there's supposed to be a hearing tomorrow on that case via Zoom. So it'll be better if we go live tomorrow, and if that hearing does take place, we can go over all of that. So sorry for any inconvenience to anybody, but I did switch that for tomorrow, and today we're going to have a discussion about this breaking news with the Aiden Fucci case. So sorry about that. Whew. Are you guys shocked by this information? Let me know in the chat. I am so shocked. I did not see this coming. I was just talking to Delana last week about this, saying, I think Delana said, why doesn't he just plead guilty? And I was like, he's not going to plead guilty. And here we are. So let me know, are you guys shocked by this? I am 100% shocked. Hey, Vicky. How are you doing? Hey, Dee, Maria. No Lindsay Clancy today. I'm so sorry. Tomorrow, though. Tomorrow at 11. And again, sorry for any inconvenience, you guys. Delana says, me too, especially after all the motions, yes, that his attorney made, yes, last week, all of those motions last week she did. She says, why the sudden change last minute? It is my question. I don't know. I don't know why. And it seems like there was no plea deal for this. So I don't know why all of a sudden. We know that we are learning that he spoke with his mom and dad on this. And it seems like this is Aiden's decision. At least that's what it seems like when we listen to the court hearing today, which we are, and I'm going to read an article. But it seems like this was, I don't know, his decision. There has to be a reason why. I honestly don't know. It seems like this came out of nowhere because last week, like Delana just said, his lawyer was, all these motions she was, in the court talking about. And that's why me and Delana were like, God, why are they going to put the family through all of this stuff? And here we are, Monday. It was supposed to be, they were going to have jury selection. And now we hear that Aiden pleads guilty. So completely shocked. I am 100% shocked by this. Vicky says, I am totally shocked. I am too. And my heart's still racing. It's probably from the fucking coffee, but yeah. So what I've gathered from the article and what is being put out, it doesn't seem like there was a plea deal. Like this was, I believe the defense that Aiden's lawyer did put out a couple of plea deals, but they were all rejected. So I don't know why this is taking place. I feel like maybe later on we'll learn more, but right now I don't know. Amanda says, maybe I watch too much TV, but I just feel like even if it's not public knowledge, I feel like he had to have been offered something. Maybe, we don't know. I mean, it is shocking, like I said, because last week we just watched his lawyer put up all these motions, file all these motions, right? And I was thinking, this is going to be long and heartbreaking for the family to have to go through all of this. And then today we get this. So I don't know. Hey, ATS News, thank you for being here. And anybody else that is here. I seen Valerie was here earlier. And yeah, so let's get into this discussion right now. So I'm going to just share my screen with you guys. I'm going to read this article. It's going to go over some stuff. So let me do that. And then we can watch the court hearing together. He did apologize to his family and the Bailey family. I wish he would have turned around and apologized to them, but you know, whatever. He will get another chance during sentencing to make a statement. So maybe that's when he'll go more and say more. I don't know, but he did apologize to his own family and to her family. And yeah, okay, so let me read this to you guys. So again, breaking news today, which is February 6th. Aiden Fucci pleads guilty to first-degree murder in the death of Tristan Bailey. And how many of you guys know this case? This is a case that really touched me and hit home for me when this happened. And this happened back in 2021, I believe it was. And because you guys know I have daughters, not only that, she was only 13, and this crime was so horrific in detail. She was stabbed 114 times, and she had so many defensive wounds. And a piece of the blade, the knife, was in her scalp. So this was a very horrific in details case, and she was so young. And then to top it off, what made it worse was then we learned that at the time, a 14-year-old student that went to the same school as her was arrested and being charged with the crime. And then to top that off, then we get the video of his mother cleaning his pants. I mean, and what's going on with his mother? I know she's out on bail, but what's going on with those charges? I believe it was tampering with evidence, I believe it was. So this case just had so many little trickles of breaking information that was just like, oh my God. So let me read this. Hey, Mama Bear, allegedly with Brittany. Brittany says, yes, I follow this case hardcore as well, and it hit so close to home. Yes, she was only 13, and to lose her life the way she did, so horrific. And she fought back. She had a lot of defensive wounds too. It is just heartbreaking. Right, Dee? So brutal. Okay, so let me read this to you guys. So again, Aiden Fucci, breaking news today, you guys. He is pleading guilty to first-degree murder in the death of Tristan Bailey. Now again, this was today in court. This is Aiden. I feel like at every freaking court hearing, doesn't he look a little bit different? I think he does. But someone said, I had said that comment and someone had got upset. Well, he's a growing boy. Of course he's going to change. I'm like, slow your roll. I'm just saying he looks different in every hearing. But this was today. And, oh my God, how can I turn it off? Okay, so Aiden Fucci pleads guilty to first-degree murder Monday morning in the death of St. Johns County schoolmate Tristan Bailey. Aiden, he is now 16 years old. He pleads guilty, entered his plea right before jury selection was set to begin in this high-profile case. So today the trial was going to start, and they were having jury selection. Caught everyone off guard with this. Everyone is shook. I feel like if you're following this case, I know you are shook too. Now, Tristan, at the time, she was 13 years old when she was found stabbed to death on Mother's Day in 2021. And I will say, with this case, I believe this is St. Johns County. How do I close this? Skip ad. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. How do I... I don't like that on the screen. How do I get this off? Okay, I don't know. When this happened, though, it was on Mother's Day, and they realized she was missing during the morning. I was so impressed with this community. Everyone came together. You had ladies out there in their heels, because keep in mind, it was Mother's Day. People were dressed up. They were out there looking for Tristan. I was so impressed how this community came together. Now, Aiden, he stood before the judge and asked to make a brief statement to the court after he changed his plea from not guilty. He did say, "I am sorry for the Bailey family and my family." Oh, here we go. Okay, and this was today again in the court hearing. We'll listen to that in a bit. Now, the judge, Arlie Smith, he asked Aiden a series of questions, including if he needed more time to go over his decision, but Aiden declined. Now, Aiden said he understands that the decision and had enough time to talk about it with his parents and attorney. This is what I said earlier. He did speak to his mom and dad about this, and again, his attorney. And I feel like this must have been over the weekend, this discussion, because Delano, was the last court hearing Friday or Thursday? Does anyone know what day was the last court hearing? Because from the last court hearing, his lawyer was putting up some motions. This was not something that anyone thought was going to be today, what was going to be said. So I'm wondering, this had to be over the weekend, maybe, that this came to being what Aiden wanted to do. Now, one of Aiden's lawyers said that several defense offers had all been rejected by the state. So again, his lawyers put out some offers, and the state rejected all of that. Nope, we don't want any of that. Now, the judge noted it was a straight plea deal, meaning it was not negotiated with prosecutors. Now, the judge also asked Aiden if he is satisfied with how he was represented in the court, and Aiden said yes. How many of you, I don't know, I guess I just haven't heard Aiden speak in a long time, but I didn't realize he had such a deep voice. I was like, I didn't realize he had such a deep voice. But once again, the judge noted this is a straight plea deal, meaning it was not negotiated with prosecutors. Now, the judge, Judge Smith, said that Aiden will be able to make another statement, like I said earlier, about the sentencing at the sentencing hearing, which is expected in March or April. So, because when Aiden apologized to his family and then to the Bailey family, that's when the judge says right after that, like, you'll be able to say, be able to say more at the sentencing hearing. And I'm wondering if he does say anything at that hearing or if he just decides not to say anything. But he did apologize to his own family and to the Bailey family. And you know the Bailey family is in the court hearing. If anyone knows, have they made a statement yet? I went on Twitter to see if they have. I haven't seen anything, but I'm wondering how they feel about this, because I'm wondering, they must be shocked by this. Now, the St. Johns County Sheriff, Robert Hardwick, issued a statement following the announcement of the guilty plea. And I love Mr. Hardwick. From when I follow this case, I respect that man so much. I think he did an amazing job. And if you follow the case, let me know what you think about him. But he made this statement after Aiden pleaded guilty. Aiden Fucci's decision to enter a guilty plea today is nothing more than a testament to the hard work and dedication of the exceptional men and women of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. This was all-out agency effort. This was also an incredible community effort. Now, the citizens of St. Johns County always show up, and they certainly did with this case, I will say. And this case was no different. The immediate assistance from our community reaffirms the partnership we have with our citizens. The support they showed the Bailey family was something special to witness. And like I said, if you followed this case from the beginning, the first media, that all the stuff we were seeing with the case, you seen ladies out there with heels on in dresses out there looking for Tristan. Because again, this was Mother's Day. So everybody was getting dressed to go out spend with their own family. So I was really thrown back. And it was very impressive to see a community come together like this. The trial preparation process is just as tenuous as the investigation itself. The detectives have not stopped working this case since the initial call we received. The state attorney's office immediately went to work upon Fucci's arrest and had put forth countless hours to prepare for today. Now, St. John's County Sheriff's Office has worked hand in hand with the state attorney's office, and we couldn't be more appreciative of the partnership. Additionally, he'd like to thank the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office for their unwavering assistance since the start of this case. And then he just says, lastly, the cooperation between our agencies and the Bailey family has been imperiled. Their strength and grace throughout this case has been incredible. And then again, the agency will forever be connected to the Bailey family, and this community will forever be Bailey strong. Hashtag Bailey strong. And that's something you've seen everywhere. Hashtag Bailey strong. I'm going to get emotional. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get emotional today. But I did tear up when I watched the hearing today. I'm not going to lie. Let me see what you guys are saying really quick. Whew. Hey, Jane Doe. How are you? Just want to catch up to some of your comments really quick. Yeah, and it was premeditated. Yes. Thank you, Gretchen. Was it Thursday? Okay, so the last court hearing, Delana said she believes it was Thursday. And like I said, I think they, Aiden must have, I don't know. I'm thinking this was Aiden's decision based off of, the court hearing we last watched. His lawyers were putting in these motions, and, it just seemed like this was going to go all the way through. So had to be during the weekend that maybe, I don't know, that maybe talking to his mom and dad. I don't know. We know he did talk to his mom and dad, but I wonder what actually made him come to this decision. Why now? I know, Jane Doe, and this is something that I've said too, is thank God that they don't have to sit through this trial. I mean, the photos, 114 times she was stabbed. I don't know if I could be in that courtroom. And last week I seen they were all there. The family was all there. We were talking about his voice. Yes, I will play the court hearing today. Hi, Crime Curious. Good to see you too. Hey, Grateful Ed. I'm glad you're here. Grateful Ed, are you shocked by this? Are you shocked by this? Yes, Bailey Strong. Crime Carrie says, lurk mode because I'm in public. You guys are the voices in my head right now. How did I survive before earbud? Hi, I've learned a lot. How are you doing today? What I'm hearing, so I think it's going to say this right here. I think it's a minimum of 40 years, but it could be life, which I think it's just going to be life. Yeah, I know. And then to see the autopsy photos, hear the awful details. Honestly, thank God, though, that he did do this plea, though, because, God, all of the evidence and everything the family was going to have to sit through. Okay, let me continue reading this. Okay, so now with the guilty plea, okay, here it goes right here. With the guilty plea, Aiden is facing the possibility of life in prison with a minimum sentence of 40 years. Maybe he was thinking, like, if I plead guilty, maybe I'll get out in 40 years. Maybe, I don't know what he's thinking. Now, again, the evidence against Aiden was mounting heading into the trial. Now, a little graphic right here, you guys, but the medical examiner determined the tip of the knife found in a nearby pond was found in Tristan's scalp. Investigators said other evidence, including blood and DNA, linked Aiden to Tristan's death. There's also, if you guys remember, this is something we analyzed a lot here on the channel, the neighborhood surveillance video showing Aiden and Fucci walking together, and then later on showing Aiden running and going home. Remember, he gets to the door, his door, and he's holding his shoes. And then the video of his mom cleaning his pants. My goodness. This is again today. We're going to watch that in just a bit. Oh, here we go. Investigators later said the jeans were wet because Aiden's mother, Crystal Smith, had tampered with evidence, and her own fucking A, her own security, her own cameras in her own home captured this. Jesus Christ. Now, they said that during the afternoon Sunday, while Tristan's distraught family and neighbors were helping search for the missing teen, Aiden's mom was washing blood out of her son's jeans in the bathroom sink. And that's all captured again by her own cameras. You can see her with a pair of going in Aiden's room, grabbing something, grabbing the jeans, and then you see her, scrubbing the blood out. How far would you go for your kids? How far? I don't know. When the jeans and sink were tested later, both came back positive for blood, investigators said. Now, Aiden's mom, Crystal Smith, has been charged with tampering with evidence, which is a third-degree felony. She is out on bond, awaiting trial. So there's that. Now, investigators later confirmed that all the blood stains on Fucci's belongings, they were tested, and they did test positive for Tristan's DNA, and that Aiden's DNA was found on Tristan's body. Now, during the search of Aiden's room, you guys, this is like all going back. This is like, I'm having such deja vu right now. During the search of Fucci's room, investigators also found, you guys remember, the notebook that held violent drawings, including at least one gory drawing of a naked woman. Now, Aiden did indicate to several witnesses that he was going to kill someone by taking them in the woods and stabbing them, which are certainly the facts of this case. So before this actually happened to Tristan, Aiden was telling certain people. One of them was his girlfriend at that time, or his ex-girlfriend at the time, but he was also stating to her and then one of his friends, a good friend of his, that he was going to kill someone, that he was going to lure them into the woods and stab them. And with the details of this case, we see him on surveillance on the neighborhood videos, right, of him walking towards the wooded area with Tristan. Then some short time later, we see him running, and Tristan is not with him. Now, let's see. The state's attorney said of Aiden, after revealing the shocking details of the attack. Now, the bottom line is that premeditation could be inferred, certainly from just the sheer number of stab wounds that Tristan Billy had to suffer. Again, 114 stab wounds. 114. Let that sink in. 114. To say that it was horrific could arguably be made as an understatement. And then the state's attorney took the case to the grand jury on May 27th of 2021 on a first-degree murder charge. He is being tried as an adult. And let's watch today's court hearing. So let me stop sharing that really quick. Let me see. Oh, hey, Sky. I sent you this because when the news broke of this, you were the first one I thought of, because I know you, like me, were heavenly following heavenly. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Heavily following this. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys. And again, thank you guys all for being here. This is an off-the-cuff live stream. Originally had, if you're just getting here, we originally had a different live stream scheduled for today, Lindsay Clancy case, but I did move that till tomorrow. And for that case, there's supposed to be a hearing tomorrow via Zoom. So it does play out a little better for me with that, and for you guys, I think, hopefully. But we are talking about this case because this is breaking information. Yeah, I'm glad he did too, Sky. She says, I'm glad he pled guilty. Well, I sent it to Sky first, and Valerie, you were the next one, and then Delana. You guys are funny. Allegedly, with Brittany says, I'm just going to say Brittany. Brittany says, I don't think he wanted to have to face everyone with information prosecution has against him. I want to read discovery 100%. Yeah, so do I. I want to read everything with this now. I'm just shocked that the way this happened, just based off of the last hearing we seen with his lawyer putting all these motions in. I think one of them was they were trying to say they didn't want, I think, the amount of stab wounds, correct me if I'm wrong, something like the amount, they didn't want the amount of stab wounds to be entered. I think they only wanted the ones that, you know, caused her to lose her life or something like that was one of the motions. Different terminology and shit, but basically that's what I gathered from it. So it's just shocking that now here we are. All right, let's watch this together, you guys. I did try my best to up the volume. You know, some of these court hearings, the volume is super shoddy, but when Aiden does speak, he has a deep voice. You can hear him really, really good. Okay, so let's hear this. You guys let me know.
We're here to begin our jury selection process. However, it's come to my attention that there may be a change of circumstances. People's, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you and your client can go ahead and approach the podium. Doesn't you want to approach the bar? All right, Ms. Peoples.
Your Honor, on behalf of Aiden Fucci, we enter a change of plea at this time. Entering a guilty plea as charged.
And this is a straight plea to the court. In other words, this is not a negotiated plea, is that correct?
Your Honor, we have presented several defense offers and they've all been rejected by the state.
So it would be a straight plea to the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
State, can you make sure that we state for the record the possible penalties that Mr. Fucci is facing if he has a straight plea?
Yes, Your Honor, he's facing a possible sentence of life imprisonment. The mandatory minimum would be 40 years. So similar to after trial, the range of exposure is 40 to life. He will be entitled to a review hearing after 25 years of serving any prison sentence, Your Honor.
Ms. Peoples, have you had
Okay, so I know it's kind of low. So again, minimal of 40 years to life. So minimal 40 years. And I believe she stated that after 25 years is where he can probably get another hearing. I think that's what she said.
sufficient time to talk with your client about this decision?
Yes, Your Honor.
In addition, are his parents aware of this decision, proposed, not the decision, but the proposed plea?
Both parents, yes, Your Honor.
And they've had an opportunity to consult with you as well as Mr. Fucci?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any other matters we need to address at this time before I place Mr. Fucci on the road?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Fucci, if you could step over and speak into that, if you could adjust that microphone. Sir, if you raise your right hand, you swear or affirm the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, if you please state your name.
Aiden Fucci,
Mr. Fucci, how old are you, sir?
16,
How far did you go in school?
to 8th grade.
Are you able to read, write, speak, and understand the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any medication, drugs, or alcohol right now?
Yes, sir, my medication, but
What type of medication are you taking?
Rimruns, lithium, and Suprexa.
Is that medication prescribed by a physician?
Yes, sir.
And does that medication assist you in your ability to understand what's happening and going on around you?
Yes, sir.
Have you taken that medication today as prescribed by your physician?
Last night, sir.
Last night, is that when you were scheduled to take it?
Yes, sir.
All right. And is it in any way, shape, or form affecting your ability to understand what's going on here this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Do you feel clear-headed, clear-minded about what's going on here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental health condition that could affect your ability to understand and comprehend what's going on today?
No, I don't believe so.
Your attorney has informed me that you'd like to enter a plea of guilty to the charge of first-degree murder. That is a sentence that is a crime which is punishable by up to life in prison. The minimum sentence that the court could impose would be 40 years in prison. You just heard the state outline that range. Do you understand the range of possible penalties that you're facing if you enter this plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that the minimum sentence that this court could impose for you would be 40 years in prison. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court could impose all the way up to life in prison. Do you understand that as well?
I do, Your Honor.
And the way that this works is if the court were to sentence you to 40 years up to life, it would also be eligible for a review sentence of that sentence in 25 years. At that point, another body would then come back and review what we're doing here today, and they would look at that sentence and determine whether or not they should change that sentence. However, that's no guarantee as to what they're going to do. That's just something in the statute that requires another body to review this court sentence in 25 years. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you any particular sentence that I might impose if you do this?
No, sir.
No one's said, hey, if you enter this plea today, the judge might, put a lighter on you or anything like that? No one's promised you anything like that, have they?
No, sir.
You understand, again, I could give you 40 years up to life in prison.
Yes, I do.
You understand that today, we are here for jury selection. So we actually have members of St. Johns County who have reported to the courthouse today downstairs. They're actually waiting for us right now, and we were going to begin to select a jury to conduct a trial for you. You understand that you have the right to that jury trial?
Yes, sir, I do.
Your attorney had filed a motion, and we had a hearing a few weeks ago, I guess, where she had, the state had requested a 6-person jury, and your attorney requested a 12-person jury. Do you recall that hearing that we had on that?
Yes, sir.
You also understand that right now your attorney has filed a motion to an appellate court, which is kind of a higher court above this court. Their responsibility is to review all of the decisions that go on here. And right now she's filed that appeal as to whether or not you were entitled to a 6-person or a 12-person jury. You familiar with all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you and she discuss the fact that by entering this plea today, you're kind of taking away that issue? In other words, there's not going to be an appeal anymore. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Once you enter this plea today, that's going to go away. You understand that as well?
Yes, sir.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you in any way to get you to do this?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, sir.
I have a document here. It's called a plea form. It has the state of Florida versus your name and our case number. On the second page of this document, above the word defendant is a signature. Can you see that signature I'm pointing to? You
Yes,
have a
sir.
copy of it in front of you as well. Is that right? Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And by signing this document, are you indicating to me that you've read this document?
Yes, sir, I read it.
In addition to reading it, did you discuss it and talk about everything that's on it with your attorney?
I did.
Did she answer any and all questions about everything that's contained on this document?
Yes, sir.
There's a number of rights that you're giving up. I've already talked about them a little bit, but I want to talk about them again with you, okay? You understand again that you have the right to a jury trial. During that trial, you're entitled to be represented by an attorney. You've got attorneys who are appointed to represent you. They would have been with you throughout that trial. You have the right to compel witnesses to come in and testify on your behalf. You could have testified during that trial if you wished, or you could have remained silent throughout that trial. You could have required the state of Florida to prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You could have presented evidence during that trial. You could have cross-examined any witnesses that the state might have called against you. And you also could have appealed your conviction and sentence to a higher court. You understand, once I accept your plea today, there will not be a trial. We'll pass this matter off for sentencing, and you'll be giving up all of those rights that I just described.
I do, Your Honor.
Another matter that I want to address with you is another motion that we had previously discussed a couple of months ago, I believe, which was your attorney had filed a motion was called a change of venue. In other words, she wanted to have this trial conducted in a different county instead of St. Johns County. She was concerned about whether or not we would be able to impanel a fair and impartial jury. And if you recall, I ruled on that and I denied that motion. However, I stated that I would reconsider that if after we had attempted to select a jury here in St. Johns County, if the court then determined that we could not find a fair and impartial jury for you, that we would move this to a different county. You understand that, again, once you enter this plea, that issue is not something that would be appealable anymore.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that now, that we're going to proceed here today with this plea, and so you'll be giving up that appellate right as well.
Yes, sir.
Have sufficient time to talk about this decision with your attorneys.
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you also get a chance to discuss it with your parents?
Yes, sir.
Have you also had sufficient time to talk with your attorneys about your case itself and any possible defenses that you might have raised through this charge?
Yes, sir.
I know that you were housed up in Duval County. Did that in any way preclude your ability to speak with your attorneys? Have your attorneys been able to meet with you and have conversations with you about your case?
They did.
Did you get to go over the evidence that the state has and that they supplied in discovery? Have you discussed all that evidence with your attorneys as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you need any time at all, any more time at all to speak with your attorneys before I accept your plea today?
No, sir.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation of you?
Yes, sir.
Did your attorneys explain to you that if you were not a U.S. citizen entering this plea, could have subjected you to being deported from the United States?
Yes, sir.
You've not ever previously been convicted of any type of sexually violent or sexually motivated crime, have you?
No, sir.
State, have you supplied the defense all of the discovery in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you aware of any physical evidence that can be tested for DNA that might exonerate this defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Peoples, have you had sufficient time to review all the discovery and discuss it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you aware of any physical evidence that can be tested for DNA that might exonerate your client?
No, sir.
Statement of a factual basis, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On or about May 9th, 2021, in the county of St. Johns in the state of Florida, the defendant, Aiden Fucci, did unlawfully kill a human being, Tristan Bailey, the killing being from a premeditated design to affect the death of Tristan Bailey. And furthermore, during the commission of said offense, Aiden Fucci used a weapon contrary to Florida statute 78204, sub 1, sub A, and 775.087, sub 1.
Any objections or exceptions to factual basis?
For the purpose of the plea, yes, Your Honor.
Do you have exceptions or you do not?
No exceptions, accepting it for the purpose of the plea.
All right. I do find a sufficient factual basis for the charge of first-degree murder. Mr. Fucci, is it your desire to enter a plea of guilty to one count of first-degree murder?
Yes, sir.
I accept your plea. I find it's entered into freely, voluntarily, and intelligently, that you are coherent and alert, and that you understand the nature of the charges and the consequences of your plea.
I do.
We need to pass this matter off for a sentencing hearing. I know that this, we're not ready to pick a date yet. Why don't we come back? Let's talk a little bit about what we need to do before we get to sentencing. So let me hear from the state.
Yes, sir. I think if we want to state a discovery deadline where both parties have to disclose any additional evidence for purposes of sentencing, any witnesses that have not already been disclosed. And then from there, we set aside February for our life, and then probably pick a date sometime in February, once we exchange those letters.
Pick a date for the sentencing out in March or April. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Peoples, does that schedule work for you?
Yes, sir.
how long will both sides need to compile a list of witnesses to, for the sentencing hearing
I believe
itself?
10 days would be sufficient. Your Honor.
All right, so 10 days from today, both sides will tender a witness list and any other discovery that they intend to utilize. Obviously, if there are letters of impact statements, things of that nature, I would expect those. But if it's anything of evidentiary value, that needs to be provided within 10 days of today. I'm also going to order a pre-sentence investigation. Ms. Peoples, you're requesting that as well,
Yes, sir.
and a predisposition report. I believe you would be entitled to that. So we're going to order both of those reports. So then we'll get working on both of those.
Your Honor, I just a special request with that order that if the court could note to the meeting DJJ and to the, I believe it would be the sheriff's office, that defense counsel wants to be present for those interviews.
I will absolutely notify them as well that you should be present for those interviews. Mr. Fucci, your attorneys are going to be present with you, but there will be, there's going to be a couple of reports that are going to be compiled for the court. They're going to be used as an aid to the court in order to determine what the appropriate sentence is. There will be someone who will come out and speak with you. Again, your attorney will be present when that occurs. They may also speak to your family members, and then also the state and your attorneys, and also the victim's family members as well. So why don't we come back on February 23rd at 9 a.m. We'll call it a status, and at that time we will select the date for our sentencing hearing. How many days do you anticipate needing for the sentencing hearing itself?
2, Your Honor.
2 days?
Stay on the safe behalf, I would say reserve one for us, whatsoever.
Okay. Well, we'll set aside, we'll find 2 days. You all tell me when you will be ready, and then we will select those 2 days. And then any hearings or any motions that we need to address on February 23rd, we can address those at that time as well. And I believe that covers everything. Is there anything else we need to address from the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. A point of clarification that Mr. Fucci had said that he read it. I actually read it out loud to him. It's a minor point, but I just wanted to clarify that on the waiver form.
The plea form?
That's correct.
Okay. So
And-
Mr. Fucci, when I asked you about whether or not you read it, your attorney actually read the plea form to you. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
She went over all those rights that I went over with you as well.
Yes, sir.
And she again answered any and all questions about everything that's contained on that document for you.
She did.
And your parents were also present during that conversation as well? Were they present as well?
No, it was a separate conversation with the parents. Your Honor.
Okay.
And Mr. Fucci just wanted to make a short statement.
I just want to say I plead not guilty. And that I'm sorry for the Bailey family and my family.
Okay. See, okay. I'm sure that there'll be an opportunity.
Okay, honestly, I couldn't even understand what the hell he said right there. I thought he said, I plead not guilty, but he says, I plead guilty. And then he apologizes to his family and to the Tristan, to the Bailey family. But it's really hard to understand him the way he says it right there.
Obviously, a sentencing hearing to speak again at that time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other matters we need to address?
No.
Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
And I just really want to know what the family thinks. Has anybody seen, I know Delana says I roll side eyeing. I really want to know, have they spoken yet? I just was on Twitter. I haven't seen any statement by them yet, the family. I really want to know what they feel right now, knowing that he, for one, he apologizes, which doesn't really matter in my book, and how they feel about this plea deal, this him pleading guilty. It doesn't bring her back at all, but I'm just happy he did this because at least they don't have to sit through this horrific trial. The details, I can't even, we know some of these details, 114 stab wounds. She did fight back. We know she had a lot of defensive wounds. We went through over a lot of the reports here at the channel. The tip of the blade being in her scalp. So I'm glad he did plead guilty. I think it was the right thing to do, and I'm glad he did it. I don't honestly know what made him come to this decision. I feel like this was something that was made over the weekend because from the last hearing we heard last week, like I've said, the motions that his lawyer was bringing, did not sound like there was going to be this this change of not guilty to guilty. So just wondering what made him come to this, but I'm glad he did. I'm so glad he did. Yeah, spare her family any more pain. And last week, her family have been there. Bailey Strong, they have been there.
No, sir.
All right, we're adjourned. We'll see you back here February 23rd at 9 a.m.
Board is adjourned.
Okay, I mute it because they're not going to say anything right here, I don't think. But Delana, hold on, I want to see something Delana said. Delana said, he said last night he came to this decision. Delana, did I miss that? Again, this is all breaking information, you guys. I don't know who else said it in the chat. I think it was UD. I still need to digress all of this. I'm so shocked right now. My emotions are everywhere. I need to go back and listen to this again. I need to go back and read more articles and stuff like that because this is just I'm just completely shocked by this. I honestly did not see this coming at all. And there is Bailey's, Tristan's dad. Let me rewind that. I want to see really quick. Hold on. He seems upset. All right, Mama Bear, I agree. At least her family did not have to sit through that trial. I agree. The family is amazing. They are amazing. Who remembers that show Party? Was it Party of Five? Fun fact, when I was younger, I wished I was part of that family. Hey, Roxanne, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Hey, True Crime for you. How are you doing today? She says, hello, everyone. And there's Aiden. He did look upset, huh? That's why I'm like trying to see. I went on Twitter right before this and I was seeing if they made a statement. I really want to see what oh, you know what? I'm in their Facebook group. Hold on, you guys. Let me go to Facebook and see if they put a statement out. Tristan Bailey. Okay. He looked over to somebody when he walked out. Did you see that? Let me see. See, he looked at somebody. So I'm looking on Facebook really quick because I'm in a group called Tristan Bailey Strong. The last thing they posted was 6 hours ago, and it just had a photo with Tristan, with the ribbon of Tristan's favorite color. You guys know it was teal. She loved that color. And it just said, her fight is our fight. And it just says jury selection. So they haven't posted anything yet. That I see. Yeah, D, I agree with you. The dad did look upset. And again, I really would be interested to see what he has to say. The whole family. Oh, true crime. I hope you feel better. Are you in bed right now? She says she's recovering. I agree, Lenora. He should have spoken the truth from the start. Yeah, he should have. I mean, and you guys remember the video of him speaking with his mom and dad? Let me go to my channel and see what videos I have up. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me see. Of Can we just drop some prayer hands in the chat right now, you guys, for the family? Today is a good day, though. I am really happy he did this. Again, recap, Aiden Fucci pleads guilty today, which is February 6th. Today was supposed to be the first day of his trial. They were actually going to have jury selection. This caught all of us off guard. Anyone who's followed this case caught us off all by surprised with this, but he is the one who made this decision. It looks like there was no, deal made. So it looks like he opted from going from not guilty to guilty all on his own. And again, this is for Aiden Fucci, who at the time of this crime was only 14 years old. Tristan Bailey was only 13. 13. How many of you guys have daughters? 13. 13. I have 2 girls. So 13 is an amazing year, because that's when they become like a teenager. They think they're like growing up, and it's just a beautiful year. And it's just heartbreaking that her life was taken in such a brutal way. This happened on Mother's Day back in 2021, which my heart goes out to her mother, because as a mom, I can't even imagine losing one of my children, but to have them be brutally murdered on Mother's Day is just, yeah, heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. And again, he could face a minimal of 40 years, but like the judge said, Aiden, he's aware that he could be sentenced to life in prison. And he says, yes, he's aware of that. And again, thank you guys all for being here with me right now, talking about this case. Aiden Fucci pleads guilty. All right, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm looking at my videos, because I know I have a lot. I kind of want to look at some of the videos of this case really quick. Give me a second. Gosh, I didn't realize I have so many videos. Okay, let's watch this one really quick. Let's see. Okay. So let me stop sharing this one. Okay. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, you guys. I would have been so upset. I wasn't looking at comments. I would have been so upset if I was muted. Look at my hair today. It looks like a hot mess. Vicky says, my granddaughters are 15 and 16. This scares the crap out of me. Yeah. And when this case happened, like I said, I have 2 daughters myself. And when this case happened, I was just like, oh my gosh, 13. She was a cheerleader. She loved being a cheerleader, very dedicated. Her family wakes up. And I believe the story was, because it was Mother's Day, I believe the siblings woke up and they were going to wake her up, because I believe they were going to go eat breakfast, or they were going to make breakfast. And this is when they realized that Tristan was not in her bed. She had actually snuck out the night before to go hang out with, I guess her friends. She did hang out with Aiden and another classmate. And that's when the dad went to, I think it was like the community center, to go look to see if she was out there. They started searching for her. He went to his social media and he posted help from, people in the area to help search for her. The mom called 911, and yeah, then obviously the community came together, started searching for her, and she was found, I believe, correct me if I was wrong, I believe she was found around 6, a little bit after 6 p.m. that evening. Somebody that was helping with the search actually discovered her body. And this shocked everyone around there because where they live is really nice. Things like this don't happen. And then to find out that it was a 14-year-old student that did this. And then, yeah. Okay, so let's watch this really quick. We're gonna just go down memory lane really quick if you guys want with me, please. Yeah. Okay, let me take that. Yeah, minimal 40 years, but like the judge said, could still get life. I think he should get life. I don't know. That's just for the horrific for this horrific crime. I think life. I don't think he should step foot. And again, keep in mind, right now he's 16 years old. So someone do the math. If he gets out, I believe. So I think he said in 25 years, he'd be, if he got the 40, would it be 25 years? Is that what the judge said? He'd be eligible for parole. Is that what he said? I don't know. Maybe I heard wrong. Someone let me know. But he's 16 now. If he got sentenced 40 years, he can get out before the 40 years. Maybe I don't know. I don't think he should ever be free, my opinion. 6:30. Yeah, it was around that time that she would be discovered. Heartbreaking case. Okay. Let's see. This one's only 2 minutes. Let's see this one. So, how many of you remember this? Remember Aiden? He was saying the demons want to take my soul away. Let's look at this together really quick. Hold on. I hope I don't say anything because I hate hearing my own voice with you when I rewatch stuff. So let's see if he does.
What's got going on? I don't want you demons. I don't want you demons take my soul. You demons want to take my soul away. I don't want you demons steal my soul. I don't know what's going on. I see you. What's going on? What you got going on?
How many of you believe this was an act right here? Like going back and watching it now, I'm just like, so he's saying, you demons want to take my soul. He's looking around, all that stuff. Keep in mind, he knows everything is recorded. So just keep that in mind. So how many of you think he was acting right here? And we're going to have to watch that Snapchat video.
Why am I here? I just want to talk to my mom and dad. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
So he's saying, what's going on? What's going on? Why am I here? I just want to talk to my mom and dad. Okay. The hair flip. Oh, this is a total act. The fucking hair flip. Who? Seriously, the hair flip. Yeah, I can't. I can't. He should not have done that hair flip. Seriously, the hair fucking flip.
Checking with Mr. Cottrell.
They're both.
What the? I used to. I'm not that, but why are all these changed?
Yeah, I call BS. Ed, I didn't see what Ed says. One of your comments, Ed, hold on. I wanted to know what you were talking about. Or he takes prescription drugs and he is in jail and not on them. Were you talking about how he was reacting in this video? I didn't get the first part of that. If you said anything prior to that, I think that was a total act, to be honest with you. The whole hair flipping just confirmed it for me. Like, yeah, no. Someone said Justin Bieber. Oh Lord. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I want to see. Okay. This was just, it was a longer version. This was actually the court hearing this day right here. It was via, as you can see, look at him right here, still trying to act crazy. That's just the longer version of it. Is this the snap? Okay, so this is the Snapchat video that people were bringing up in. Would it be this one? Okay. So let's play, I think it's going to be this one. So let's play this one, you guys. And again, thank you guys for being here with me. And I did see Bella. She said that they still, so you must have been part of this community. And she said that the community where this happened, they still have the teal, they still have teal ribbons up for her. Teal was her favorite color. Are you guys laughing at the hair flip? I'm assuming you guys are laughing at the hair flip. Well, Valerie says, look at you going through your videos. Well, I cover this case intensively here. Like I said, this case has a special place in my heart for many reasons. But let's watch the Snapchat one. I think it's this one. Okay, so maybe it's towards the end, but this is going to be the surveillance footage that shows Aiden running back. So the beginning footage would be him and Tristan walking. And then sometime later, you see Aiden, as you can see, he's sprinting through right here.
And I've had a chance to look at all of them. One video shows 14-year-old Aiden Fucci running from out of the woods where deputies say Bailey was found dead. And another video shows Fucci's mom washing a pair of jeans. It appears to be the same jeans that got her arrested for tampering with evidence in the investigation.
Tripping, dude.
According to investigators, this is video of Aiden Fucci after his schoolmate Tristan Bailey had been murdered on Mother's Day.
Having fun. in a cop car.
Fucci on the ride can be heard saying, having fun in a cop car. Bailey's body would be found on Mother's Day. Just hours before Fucci was in the back of this deputy car, Fucci is seen running. This video is at 1:52 in the morning of Mother's Day. St. Johns County Sheriff's investigators say the person that was running is Aiden Fucci. Another video at 3:31 in the morning shows what appears to be a boy walking to a door barefoot holding a pair of shoes. A second image shows what appears to be the same person walking up to the house. This final video takes us inside Aiden Fucci's home. His mother is seen inside of a bathroom washing a pair of pants. Fucci's mother, Crystal Smith, would be arrested for tampering with evidence in Tristan Bailey's murder investigation.
I don't like how it doesn't let me go back to where I was. Hold on, I want to watch that again. The Snapchat part of it all. I hate how it doesn't let me go back to like where I was searching prior to that. Thank you guys for being here. And yeah, him running with his shoes. His mom washing on her. She gets on her own cameras. Her own cameras busted her ass. Washing. Okay, so I showed this one. Do I show it here? Update surprise witness with Tristan Bailey case. Okay, let's just go back. I thought I uploaded just the Snapchat one. I could have sworn I did. All right. Okay, let me see. Let me mute this really quick and get to where the Snapchat video is. Ugh. Can we just talk a minute about his mom cleaning the fucking pants? Can we just talk about that, you guys? Jesus Christ. Of course he can run fast. He's young. I mean, Jesus. Oh my God, you guys. Look at her. Okay, hold on.
According to investigators, this is video of Aiden Fucci after his schoolmate Tristan Bailey had been murdered on Mother's Day.
Having fun in a cop car.
Fucci on the ride can be heard saying, having fun in a
I mean, look at that smile, you guys. Look at that freaking smile. That's creepy.
cop car. Bailey's body would be found on Mother's Day. Just hours before Fucci was in the back of this deputy car, Fucci is seen running. This video is at 1:52 in the morning of Mother's Day. St. Johns County Sheriff's investigators say the person that was running is Aiden Fucci. Another video at 3:31 in the morning.
What the fuck did I just do? I was trying to show you guys that. Okay, hold on. I wanted to show you. I went to Stephen Lauren. No, I don't want to watch that. Okay. Okay, bear with me, you guys. I'm getting back into doing this again. Where's the part where he's...
Car.
Fucci on the ride can be heard saying, having fun in a cop car. Bailey's body would be found on Mother's Day. Just hours before Fucci was in the back of this deputy car, Fucci is seen running. This video is at 1:52 in the morning of Mother's Day. St. Johns County Sheriff's investigators say the person that was running is Aiden Fucci. Another video at 3:31.
Okay, this is what I wanted to show you guys right here. How he's holding his shoes right here.
in the morning shows what appears to be a boy walking to a door barefoot holding a pair of shoes. A second image shows what appears to be the same person walking up to the house. This final video takes us inside Aiden Fucci's home.
You were into.
Oh my God, I keep going to
Specifically
this.
what you were into that.
Sorry. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. They want us to watch that hearing. Okay. What I wanted to say was the reason I was trying to stop it and show you guys, they have a very good timeline, digital timeline of this crime. And then we also know before all of this, Tristan was hanging out with Aiden at a friend's house. So, and then we have Aiden and Tristan leave, the timestamps for the surveillance, them walking into the woods, and then of course we see afterwards Aiden running and then going to his home and stuff being captured. And let me see what you guys are saying. Let me get back to the comments really quick. Thank you guys again for being here. I know, Grateful Ed. She's captured doing it too on her own camera. All right. Oh, thank you guys for the compliments on the bangs. My hair is all messy right now. I usually blow dry them so they're like nice and smooth looking, but I didn't have time to do that. I'm probably going to let them grow out. It's just a phase. But thank you guys for the compliments. I thought go into 2023 with a little change. Someone said they were wishing they're thinking of doing bangs. Just do it. I was nervous at first because I was like, what if I don't like them? But then I just thought, don't cut them too short though, where you can't, if you don't like them, that you can't just do a side bang. Like I can totally do a side bang, or I'll put 2 clips if I don't want them like showing like this. And then when it dries, when it's wet, and then when it dries, it kind of just fluffs out a little. So the key is do it, just try it. If you don't like it, just make sure you don't go too short so you can do that side bang thing. And then bangs, you don't realize it, they grow super fast. They're already covering my eyeballs. All right, you guys. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Hey, Dukes, were you shocked on this new information? Were you shocked? Were you shocked? I do want to play this for you guys before I let you guys go. Valerie, Valerie has a channel. Yes, she does. I'm so proud of her, and she's so amazing at it. She does a lot of work behind the scenes, so very proud of her. I'm not sure, Valerie, are you going live tonight with this? She does open panel. So I'm trying to see if she's going. Okay, Dukes. Yeah, Mama Bear, just don't go too short. Because if you go and do baby steps, so when you go get them cut, tell them to do them a little longer. So then you can, little by little go short. That's what I did. I was like, okay, they started like right here. And then she was like, she did a little shorter. And then, and keep in mind, if your hair is wet when they're cutting it, when it dries, it's going to go a little shorter. So keep that in mind. So that's my advice for you guys. Valerie, yes. Okay, so Valerie's going to go live tonight. Valerie, do you have the link up or not yet? She's going to go live tonight with this case, and she does open panel. So maybe I can go on panel. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Yay, Duke says he just subscribed to your channel. Yes. She did a really, really good live the other night on, Jesus, my mind's drawing a blank because I'm doing 2 things at once. I'm talking to you guys, looking at chat, and then I'm looking at this side to get the video I want to show you. Valerie, what was the live you just did? Okay. Yes, thank you. And I didn't realize that so many people died in that hotel. I knew there was like people had died in that hotel, took their own lives, but I didn't realize, you guys, there's a lot of people that passed away in that hotel, and a lot of them, well, all of them took their own lives. It's crazy. The one with the lady, Valerie, the one with the mom who threw her baby out the window, right? Yeah, right? Yeah, my mind's like all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this live up, you guys. I'm going to end it with, I'm going to end it. Oh, thank you guys all for subbing to Valerie's channel. You guys will not be disappointed. She does research like me. She does amazing presentation, but she does something that I rarely do, and I love it. She has open panel. So if you're somebody that likes to watch, open panel stuff, or you like to go on panel, that's something that Valerie does. And she's going to go live today later on talking about this case. And then she, of course, has that open panel stuff. So, but I want to end it, you guys, with playing this. I think I made this one last year for Tristan Bailey. It was just remembering Tristan Bailey video. And yeah, so I'm going to let this play all the way through. Again, if you're new here and if you enjoyed this kind of off the cuff, I was kind of all over the place because I wasn't planning on this live stream. And not only that, my emotions were everywhere because I'm still so shocked by this. This is breaking shit. So I was shocked, and I need to go back and I'll be better tonight for Valerie's live. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, hit all notifications. If you watch the replay on this and you say, I didn't get the alert, that's because YouTube hates me right now. They hate me right now. So just unsubscribe and resubscribe. Hit all notifications, because when you hit that bell, all notification, that tells you any live stream, any video, any post I put up. And one thing, I do post a lot on my community page. I over post on there sometimes, but I try to keep you guys as updated with all the cases or anything I see. Also, I just put random stuff up there. It's just my way of talking to you guys sometimes. So make sure you hit that. And with that being said, I love you guys all and appreciate every single one of you guys for being here with me and talking this case. And yeah, I will talk to you guys on the next one. Let's watch this video.